Freedom is not what most people think it is. They think it is the ability to do what they want, to go where they choose, to be beholden to no one, accountable to nothing. Freedom, in the popular sense, is the absence of constraint. Epictetus, who was, for much of his life, a slave, had a different definition. And his definition is more demanding, more precise, and, when you actually examine it, more available to you right now than the popular version will ever be. Book 4, Chapter 1 of the Discourses opens with a question: who is the free man? Not the man with power, Epictetus says. Not the man with wealth or position. Not the man who has successfully arranged his circumstances so that nothing can touch him. Because that man, the one whose freedom depends on maintaining certain external conditions, is not free. He is the slave of those conditions. The moment they change, his freedom changes with it. The free man, by Epictetus's definition, is the man who desires only what is in his power and avoids only what is in his power. The man who has placed the whole of his will inside the boundary of what is genuinely his, and who, inside that boundary, is sovereign. Eleutheria. Freedom. It is an internal state, not an external one. Consider what this means. The Roman emperor has enormous external power. He can command armies, exile citizens, reshape laws. But if he desires the love of people who do not love him, which he cannot compel, he is enslaved to that desire. If he fears assassination, which he cannot fully prevent, he is enslaved to that fear. His freedom, for all the power that surrounds it, has exactly the same structure as a slave's. It is contingent on things outside himself. The slave who has understood Epictetus, who desires only what is within his own will, who fears only what is within his own character to avoid, is, in the only meaningful sense, free. No one can take what he is not trying to keep. No one can threaten what he does not require. This is not theoretical. It is not a philosopher's consolation prize for people without power. It is an observation about the structure of human suffering. Every form of unfreedom has the same root, the placement of your well-being in something you do not control. Your reputation, you do not control it. The economy, you do not control it. The health of the people you love, you do not control it. The opinion of the person sitting across from you, you do not control it. If any of these things must go a certain way for you to be okay, you are not free. You are dependent on them. And dependence, regardless of how comfortable it is bondage. The path to freedom is not the acquisition of more. It is the reduction of what you require. Desire less of what can be taken. Want more of what you can actually build, the quality of your attention, the integrity of your choices, the direction of your effort. These are genuinely yours. These cannot be exiled or confiscated or withdrawn. Epictetus was a slave. He was more free than almost anyone he ever met. Begin there. Not with what you need to acquire in order to finally feel free. With what you are willing to release so that your freedom cannot be held hostage. That freedom is available right now. It has been available all along. Subscribe to StoicForge for weekly episodes from the greatest minds in history. Ancient wisdom. Modern edge.
That was episode 11, The Only Freedom That Cannot Be Taken. In the final episode, Epictetus addresses the one thing that governs most lives without permission: fear. Subscribe to StoicForge. Ancient wisdom. Modern edge.